And today at 1 p.m. Eastern, Apple will hold its first media event of 2021. CEO Tim Cook is expected to announce the tech giant's new products and improved features in a live stream from the company's campus in California. The event today is dubbed Spring Loaded. So here to talk about what to expect at the highly anticipated Bonanza, we have CBSN technology reporter Dan Patterson. Dan, thanks for joining us. So there'll be some new products. What do we know? What can we expect on the product horizon?
Yeah, hey, Anne-Marie, good to see you. So Apple is expected to release a broad spectrum of new gadgets today. We expect an update to the iPad Pro line and maybe a new tracking gadget called AirTags. These have been rumored for a long time. You attach them to your keys or your wallet, and using Apple's Find My feature, they'll kind of follow you around. You'll be able to track down lost things. But the biggest product that we expect to be released today or very soon is an update to the iOS operating system called iOS 14.5. Now, this isn't just any other update. It's one of the largest mid-cycle releases in the history of iOS, and it's been called one of the largest and most influential software releases of all time for one reason. Apple is introducing a few interesting new features that are consumer focused, but they have one that is privacy focused. And this will toggle the default sharing from kind of share everything, share all to privacy. So when we see the software update, we expect massive changes to the advertising ecosystem that depends on Apple's iPhone.
That is what I was going to ask you about. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is probably upsetting a lot of Apple's clients, app creators. That's part of the business model, is to acquire our information and sell it to others.
Yeah, so Apple is kind of about to give a lot of iPhone users a choice. You see those pop-ups if you use iPhones that say, do you want to allow the weather app to track your location for weather purposes? You'll see something very similar with this privacy update. Again, we've kind of had this model where we share everything, or we share information through what's called a IDFA. That's the unique identifier for advertisers. Now, that's not personal to you, or it's personal to you, but it's not like it's sharing your name. However, Facebook, social networks like Google and others have been able to become so good at using data that they can kind of tie your profile, your activity on the web, to your activity on your phone. Now, Apple is changing the default privacy sharing to public, or to share with advertisers or other app developers, to private. They give you a choice now. So this is something that has been really controversial. Like you said, it could upset the third-party data sharing business, and it certainly could upset the advertising business that depends on sharing information. Facebook says, or analysts say, that this could cost Facebook up to $25 billion a year. Facebook says it won't cost quite that much, but it will impact their bottom line significantly.
So, why is Apple doing this thing? Because Apple could lose money too. Is it just, I know part of Apple's kind of selling feature is how secure it is, and Apple has certainly gotten into dust-ups with the Justice Department for refusing to, unlock phones, because they're notoriously difficult to unlock. But if they're losing a little bit on this, why are they doing it?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, Anne-Marie. Look, Apple has, like you said, kind of built their brand or their reputation based on privacy and security. And it is true that this is a feature that is kind of in line with Apple's brand. In fact, when we talk to Apple, they share not just their current strategy and tactics, but they share a lot of cultural stuff about Steve Jobs, the famous Apple founder, and his approach to privacy. But on the other hand, Facebook points out that Apple could actually make a lot of money from this because it might force developers who are dependent on advertising right now to shift their model to in-app purchases. Now, you'll often see these IAPs if you scroll down in the App Store description and you click the little box that says, does this app offer purchases? Now, Facebook says that this is going to force developers to use Apple's monetization strategy as opposed to a advertising strategy. That may or may not be true. Ad tracker publications like Adweek have called this the adpocalypse, but they've also said that third-party developers really don't know. They're kind of staring into the abyss of the unknown on how this will impact their bottom line.
Listen, before we let you go, got to ask you about this. Apple is allowing the far-right social network Parler back on its store app. Why is it doing this?
So Apple has written a letter to Congress stating that they will allow Parler back with some modifications to how the app protects or monitors free speech. I did ask Apple about this yesterday. They said they had no comment. We have a great story up on CBSNews.com right now that kind of explains how this will work. Parler says they have worked with Apple to implement several new changes that will detect and ban posts that are violations of their policies. We really don't have a clear idea of how this will work or what they will be doing, but the story is evolving and we'll continue to stay on it.
All right, can't wait. Dan, thank you.
Great to see you.